In today's video, we're going to be taking a close look at the Titan FH5 HD from iFlight. This is an all new frame from iFlight aimed towards the DJI FPV air unit system. Now, let's go ahead and take a closer look at this. It's merely just an overview just to show you how you would possibly end up connecting this, and it's basically just a video to see the frame. So let's get started. So first of all, let's talk about the 3D components. Now, they give you two really nice battery straps here, which we're going to move off to the side. They give you a bunch of 3D printed parts. These would go under the motors right here, under the arms right there, to protect it once you land, which is really good. It keeps the overall carbon protected from the bottom here. It also adds weight, so we're going to move these here. You could also use these little smaller ones, which don't take up much space. If you wanted to, this will protect the edges here. Also really nice. They also give you an extra piece here. And you're like, what the hell is this for? Well, this is if you're running TBS Crossfire. They already have a piece for you. This is where you'd stick your antenna in right there. And these would go in the back standoffs right there. And you should be good to go. So now we got those out of the way. Let's get a closer look at the overall frame and how it's been set up, or should we say executed. So first things first, you might be like, oh look, it's missing a couple screws. Well, I did that just to make the review for me a lot easier. I could just remove these and start showing you everything here. Now, if we take a closer look inside, they give us these 3D printed parts, which I'll show you how they're connecting. It's actually really nice, and the 3D printed parts tolerance is phenomenal. I mean, it is spot on in every single aspect. Not only the 3D printed parts, but also the carbon fiber itself is a perfect fit on every single thing I've placed here. They have upped their manufacturing process quite dramatically from previous frames, and I really like seeing that. Another thing is, you're not going to get dirty hands working on the frames. They're clean. They're just beautifully soft to the touch. They're chamfered. So overall, you really do feel like you're getting a premium frame here. Not only that, the packaging is absolutely superb, but you don't have that anymore. I kind of just took it all apart. So let's remove the top plate and take a closer look at what we see inside here. Now, if you're new to this hobby, I highly recommend you pick yourself up some titanium hex driver screw sets. I'll have some linked down below, the ones I usually use. These lasted me for about, I think, 2 years now, and I still use them to this day, which is really crazy, actually. So let's go ahead and take a closer look. So now we're going to start with the upper plate here. Now, as you can tell, it has this anti-slip sticker that I've placed on top. It comes in the package. You don't have to place it if you don't want to, but it's really nice to make your battery not slip here. Now, if we take a look at this right here, this is the part that's going to be holding the DJI air unit system. And the way that this is mounted, and this, by the way, this is TPU here, so it's really great. It's going to have a lot of give, and it's still sturdy enough to hold the job and also be pretty durable. They give you nylon standoff nuts right there. So you'd stick those in a perfectly cut out nylon nut shape right there, and you just stick that through, and then you use these screws in order to hold it into place, and that's how you're holding this whole thing into place here. And this way it's not taking a lot of weight and space, because, you know, we're usually limited in the amount of space we have, so the more we could save, it's always the better. So in that perspective, it's really nice how they've done it. We have our camera plates here. They're actually countersunk. You don't see them up top, but you can see them right there, which is really cool. And if we move over, I really like this new technique they've been using actually recently on all their frames, which is in the camera plates right here. Now, if we remove one of the camera plates, they give you these 3D printed parts that fit in like a puzzle right here. However, what this does, it adds dampening to your camera. So even if you did have some vibrations, this can help out quite dramatically. And I really like seeing that. And they don't take much space at all. I've seen them even use it as an offset if you're going to be using anywhere between a mini and a micro, which is also really cool to see. And, you know, it's just another thing that's very well thought through here. Now, if we move to the back here, this is the area that's supposed to hold, for example, your receiver. If you're not going to be using the receiver that's built into the DJI Air unit, you can place it right in here and you have easy access to it. And you also have your side holes right here to have those, you know, like those straw plastic things go up and hold your antennas. And at the same time, we have the two holes for the DJI FPV air units antennas here, which is, again, really nice. They've done that, and these could be easily popped off. But right now, I'm not going to pop them off. And if we take a look at the bottom here, we see that each arm is held down with 4 screws. And I'll get into the arms real quick. And as you can tell on the back and the front, they also give us some really nice protective 3D printed parts, which is also another really great addition here. Now, also for the mounting solution, you could choose a 20x20 M2 hole mounting stack solution, or you could choose a 30x30 M3 hole mounting solution, which is really nice. However, as you can tell, we don't have a double stack solution here, but that's totally fine. Now, if you take a look at the screw, how it's holding the actual arms into place, it's pretty interesting here, because it might look like there's nothing in there, but on the bottom side of the arm here, there's actually threads in the carbon fiber, like these really proper black threads that camouflage like crazy. And when I saw that, I was just really amazed, because the tolerance, the way they look, it just fits flush. And again, you know, iFlight's doing a really great job with their frames, hands down. And as you can tell, this is kind of going for that dead cat type of frame. You know, it's not like a true X or a squashed X. It's kind of like a squashed X slightly, but it's going for a dead cat style. The reason why some frames do that is it's in order to try not to have the propellers be in the shot, especially now, since with the DJI Air unit, you're going to be recording from the main camera, and usually sometimes the propellers would show. This way it's kind of getting them as far away from the camera as possible, because usually we have our GoPros up here, so it's already far away from the propellers. And this is the reason why they've done that with this frame. And obviously they have many flavors and different kinds you could actually choose from, and this is just one of them right here. Do I have anything else to say about this? I actually don't. It feels pretty rigid. It does have some flex without the top plate, but overall you're getting really fat, beautiful arms, around 2 to 3 millimeter bottom plate. The bottom plate is thicker than the upper plate. So if you are planning on purchasing this, this is actually a really nice thought through frame with really great quality, and they just give you everything you need. You also get spare screws and spare nuts, and they even give you rubber dampeners for something if you needed it, which is really crazy. Not a lot of companies actually do this stuff, and it's you know, you're getting what you paid for here, and it's totally worth it. It's $55 in my opinion, because I will be building a DJI Air unit soon, and this might be one of the candidates right now until I get something maybe different. But this is looking pretty proper. It has a lot of space, and should be pretty interesting. And this is going to conclude it for my overview, guys. The links are down below. Go ahead and check them out. Come join my Patreon. I only have like 7 new patrons this month. New patrons get a dedicated 2 giveaway, premium giveaway. And I'm doing more than 10 giveaways this month on my Patreon, so make sure you don't miss out. And again, new Patreons have their own special giveaways on the side, so your probabilities of winning are really high, and it does support the channel. And you also get access to my open hardware flight controller schematics and project files, and you also get access to my secret shop. So come join my Patreon, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.